Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Welcome everyone. Today we'll discuss another important topic, that is theory of supply, module 3, lecture 1. And I am sure after completion of this module you will be able to learn the concept of supply, means the definition of supply, the basic law of supply, determinant of supply, law of supply, supply curve, supply schedule, elasticity of supply, equilibrium of the supply and demand, and shift in supply and demand curve. The concept of supply or definition of supply. Supply can be defined as the ability and willingness to sell of a product of goods and services during a given period of time at a particular price, if other thing being remain constant or ceteris paribus. Ceteris paribus means there is no change in the price of related goods, there is no change in the cost of production, and there is no change in government policies. Supply has positive relationship with price. Higher the price, lower the supply, and lower the price, higher the supply of a product. Whereas we have already discussed in the concept of demand, there is a inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. Mean higher the price, lower the demand, lower the price, higher the demand of the commodity. But demand again, the backed by the ability and willingness to buy of a particular product. Willingness and ability to buy means the consumer must have the money, purchasing power, and willingness to spend the money to purchase a commodity. Similarly, here in case of supply, the seller must have the ability and willingness to sell of a particular product or services during a given period of time. Price in both concepts play a very important role. Price is independent and supply and demand both depends on the price. In simple words, supply of a product refers to the various quantity of the product which a seller is willing and able to sell at different prices in a given period of time. Willingness means he is able to produce and he is willing to sell of the product at a given prices. Now let us discuss what is the law of supply. Law of supply states that higher the price of a product, higher will be the supply of the product. Ceteris paribus means other thing being remain constant. There is no change in other things. We have to assume that there is no change in price of related commodities. There is no change in cost of production. There is no change in government policies, and maybe some more factors with it. We have to assume all factors which affect the supply remain constant. Only then higher the price, higher will be the supply of the product, and lower the price, lower will be the supply of the product. This is fundamental law of supply. Positive relationship exists between price and quantity supplied. Means if the price will decrease, quantity will also decrease. Like here, if the price will increase, quantity of the product will also increase. Positive relationship between price and quantity supplied. Assumptions, I have told you that play a very important role in economic theory, economic itself. So cost of production remain constant, number of sellers remain constant, there is no change in number of sellers in the market, price of related commodity does not change, input remain unchanged, input which we are using, for example, all the factor of production, land, labor, capital, their prices remain unchanged, there is no change in wages, there is no change in rate of interest, there is no change in the rent. Only then the supply of goods will increase and prices of the goods will increase. If the price of the goods will increase, only then supply of commodity will increase. The supply of goods increases with an increase in price of a goods or commodities and decrease with decline in the price of the commodities. In simple words, law of supply states that other factors remain constant. Higher the price, greater will be the quantity supplied, and lower the price, lower will be the quantity supplied. In the demand curve, we have discussed demand schedule and demand curve. Similarly, here we'll discuss supply schedule and supply curve. Demand schedule, where we show the relationship between quantity demanded and price in a table. Similarly, in the supply schedule, again we'll try to show in one column the price of the commodity, another column supply of the product. It signifies the relationship between the market price, the amount that commodity that producers are willing to produce and sell when other factor held constant. And supply curve shows the relationship between quantity supplied and price in a given graph, market graph, in a market on a graph. When we show the relationship between price and quantity supplied in a graph, this is basically known as supply curve. Let us see with the help of this table. Here prices of the biscuit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the second column supply. Maybe there's a zero supply on the price of 1, but when the price will increase 1 to 2, supply will increase 0 to 5, 3, 10, 4, 15, 5, 20, and it will increase so on. This graph shows the positive relationship between quantity supplied and the price. Higher the prices, higher will be the supply of the product. Like A, B, C, D, E shows there is a positive relationship between quantity supplied and the price of the commodity. Individual supply curve, like individual demand curve, shows the demand of individual customer in a market. Similarly, individual supply curve shows the relationship between quantity of a product supplied by single seller and its price. This SS is the supply curve. OP is the price. OQ is the quantity. OQ is the quantity. This curve shows the supply of individual seller. But again there is a positive relationship, means higher the supply, higher the price, higher will be the supply of the product. Whereas market supply curve shows the relationship between quantity of a product supplied by all the seller in the market and its price. For example, we have firm A, firm B, firm C, firm D, and so on. Sum of all firm A, B, C, D, E, their supply is the market supply. Like this. X-axis we have quantity supplied, and Y-axis we have the price of the commodity. But the market supply will A plus B is going to be market supply curve. Now let us discuss the determinants of supply. The price of related commodities, meaning the supply of product will increase when there is an increase in the price of substitute commodity. The supply of goods and services will decrease when there is an increase in the price of of related goods. Pepsi and Coca-Cola. If the supply of the product will decrease, there is an increase in the price of substitute of the goods. An increase in the price of product will increase when the supply of complementary, that is pen and ink. For example, the price of pen will increase, the supply of pen will increase, and the supply of ink will also increase. If maybe the price of petrol will increase, company they'll try to increase more supply of the product, and simultaneously there is possibility of increase in the supply of car, but we assume other thing being remain constant. Second, cost of production. The supply will change in response to factor of production, land, labor and capital, their prices. The cost of production is another important factors. Third, expectation about the future. If we expect that the tomorrow or day after tomorrow the price of X commodity will increase, maybe supply of the product will reduce today. But if future expectation about the price that there will be a decline in the price of a particular commodity, maybe supplier or seller try to sell more commodity today. Technology advancement again, the important factor which determine the supply of a product. As technological advancement will be there, supply of product will increase in the market. Number of seller again is very, very important. More seller and more supply. Definitely less seller, less will be supply. Positive relationship. Government policy is again very, very important. If government impose more taxation, more the restriction on the production, definitely supply will be less. But if the government gives some relaxation, then supply can increase. Let us discuss change in the quantity supplied. If the price of the products change and other factors are constant, there will be a movement along with the supply curve. Means, see in this diagram, x-axis we have quantity supplied, on the y-axis we have the price. If the price of the product increase, the quantity supply increase, A to B, this change A to B is basically increase in supply. Movement along with the supply curve, A to B. Expansion of supply basically. Shift in the supply curve place when there is a change in supply due to other factor. This previous was only due to change in price. This expansion A to B was due to price only. Increase in price, increase in quantity supplied. But shift in supply curve takes place when there is a change in supply due to factor of other factors. Other factor means except price. When there is a change in cost of production, when there is a change in government policy, when there is a change in maybe related price of related commodities, then whole supply curve will shift. There will be an increase or decrease in the quantity supply at a same price is known as shift in supply curve. Like demand curve, when whole demand curve will shift right hand side and left hand side, that is shift in demand curve. Similarly, supply curve, when whole supply curve will shift right hand side or left hand side, we can say there is a shift in supply curve. This can explain with the help of following diagram. This x-axis we have quantity, y-axis we have price. S1 is the original supply curve which shows the positive relationship between quantity supplied and price and quantity supplied. When the price of other thing may change, when seller of the commodity will increase, when the government policy will change, when the cost of production will change, maybe supply will shift S to S2 curve, S1 to S2 curve, which is called an increase in supply curve. And due to these factors, there is the adverse effect. Then this will shift left hand side, S1 to S3, which is called as shift in supply curve. Whole supply curve will shift. But in the previous slide we have seen that there is a movement along with the supply curve that was called expansion, and maybe there can be a contraction of supply curve, but that is due to change in price of the commodity. Here change, not in the change in the price of commodity, but other than price. Now another important part of the supply is elasticity of supply. Elasticity of supply, elasticity of demand we have already discussed. Percentage change in one factor due to percentage change in another factor. Elasticity of supply refers to the percentage change in quantities supplied of a product due to maybe 1% or 2% change in its price. How the supply will respond due to change in price of that commodity. Price elasticity of supply can be mathematically expressed like this one: percentage change in quantity of a product divided by percentage change in its price. Responsiveness in change in quantity supplied due to change in price. How much change will take place due to change in the price of a commodity is called elasticity of supply. Degrees of elasticity of supply. Degrees of price elasticity of supply is the same in case of demand. Elasticity of supply can be divided into following 5 types: elastic supply, inelastic supply, unitary elastic supply, perfectly inelastic supply, and perfectly inelastic supply. Let us discuss one by one all these 5 types of elasticity of supply. Elastic supply is one in which small percentage change in price will lead to a large percentage change in quantity supplied. And inelastic, a large percentage change in price will affect small percentage change in the quantity supplied. Let me explain again. Elastic, we mean small percentage change in price will lead greater than large percentage change in quantity supplied. Whereas in elastic supply, a large percentage change in price will only affect small percentage change in quantity supplied. With the help of following diagram, we'll discuss these things. First, in elastic supply, there's a more 80 to 106. Price will change 80 to 106, but quantity supplied only 60 to 64. Small change in quantity supplied, whereas greater, more change in prices. It depends on the nature of the commodities. Elastic, maybe small change in price but more change in quantity supplied. Less change in price, more change in quantity supplied, 80 to 106 and 60 to 100. So this is called as elastic supply, inelastic supply. Unitary elastic supply, equal percentage change in price equal to the percentage change in quantity supplied, means unitary elastic supply. Like here, this with the help of this diagram, P1 to P2 is equal to Q1 to Q2. X-axis we have quantity, Y-axis we have price, and the similar change. The rate at which price of the commodity change in price is equal to change in quantity supplied, equal percentage change. Next, perfectly inelastic supply means there is no change, no effect on quantity supplied due to change in price. Percentage change in price has no effect on percentage change in the quantity supply. This is known as the perfectly inelastic supply. This can be explained with the help of following diagram. Like here, any change in price, P means price, QT this side quantity demanded, quantity supplied, perfectly inelastic. Perfectly elastic supply, small percentage change in price brings about very large change in quantity supplied. This can be explained with the help of this diagram. Now, what are the determinant of price elasticity of supply? Which factor determine the elasticity of supply? Technological advancement. If there is improvement in technology, definitely supply will change. Availability and mobility of the factor of production. The factor of production, land, labor, capital, mostly labor and capital, the availability of these factor of production and their mobility, whether they are fully mobile or they are partially mobile or they are immobile, is very important factor which determine the elasticity of supply. The nature of market, perishability of the goods, whether the commodities are perishable in nature or they are durable in nature. Now next, which is very important topic in economics, that is the equilibrium of supply and demand. An equilibrium of price, the amount of buyers want to buy just equal to the amount of sellers they want to sell. The interaction between supply and demand curve, the point where demand curve will intersect the supply curve, that is known as the equilibrium point. Market equilibrium comes at the interaction of supply and demand curve. Intersection of demand and supply curve is the equilibrium point. When supply is more than demand, when, for example, this is 3 and this 12, this point is the equilibrium point where demand intersects this supply curve, this equilibrium point. But suppose if the price will increase 3 to 5 rupees, if the price will increase 3 to 5 like here, then supplier will supply more product and there will be excess supply. But other, like here, if you see, higher the price, lower the demand, lower the price, higher will be, demand will decrease, but supply will increase. So here we have the excess supply, quantity will increase. But if the price will decrease 3 to 2, there is a shortage of what supplies. Because of lower the price, lower will be the supply. Like here, supply will reduce the supply 12 to maybe 6 or 7 quantity. So this is shortage, but here demand will increase. Why? Because of lower the price, higher the demand. So the point where demand curve will intersect the supply, this is known as the equilibrium point. And you know that if the price of the product will increase supply will increase but demand will reduce, so there are some market forces will decrease the price and try to reach this point. And if the price will decrease, supplier will not supply the product, demand will increase, again there is some market forces which will increase the price up to here, and this will be equilibrium point. Now let us discuss the shift in supply and demand curve. If the supply curve remains same and the demand curve shift to the right, then quantity demanded is higher than before. This may be happen due to change in taste and preferences of the commodity, increase in income of the consumer, change in the price of substitute commodity. Like here, increase in demand. We assume that, suppose this in this diagram, first diagram, OQ is the quantity, here price, and this is the supply curve. S0 is the supply curve, D0 is the demand curve. The original demand curve D0, and this is E0 is the equilibrium point here in this diagram, equilibrium point. But we assume supply remain constant, but if demand will increase, for example, then price will increase. If there is no change in supply curve but there is a change in demand curve, if the demand will shift D0 to D1, it means price will increase P0 to P1, and new equilibrium point will be here E1. E1 is the new equilibrium point. This is due to increase in demand, not there is no change in supply. Similarly, in this second, increase in supply. For example, now we assume that demand remain constant and there is a change in supply curve. Now demand, we assume there is no change. For example, this is the original P0, Q0 is the original point. Now let us assume that there is no change in demand but supply will increase S0 to S1. When any diagram, this diagram will shift, right hand side means increase, left hand side means decrease. So there is increase in supply, E0 to E1, there will be price will decrease, P0 to P1. No doubt quantity will increase but price will reduce here. Why? Because of the supply of the commodity increase. Higher the supply, there will be the law, fundamental law say that any increase of any quantity or the demand, any things, the value will start decreasing. Now simultaneous shift in supply and demand curve. If both demand and supply shift right or same amount, equilibrium, price remain unaffected. If the shift in demand is greater than shift in supply, equilibrium price will increase. For example, first shift in both demand and supply curve, the proportion at which the demand curve will shift D to D1, and the similar proportion the supply will, if the supply will also increase S to S1, same proportion, then what will happen on the price? There will be no change in the price. Understood? If the demand will increase D to D1 and supply will also simultaneously increase S to S1, there is no change on price. Price will be unaffected. But let us assume that the proportion at which supply increase, demand will increase more than that. Then price will increase P0 to P1. Quantity will also increase. If more change in quantity demanded as compared to quantity supplied, the price will increase. Now, concludely, if demand rises, their demand and supply shift effect on price of the quantity. For example, if the demand rises, then what will happen on the demand? Demand curve will shift to the right. Both price and quantity increases. But if demand falls, then demand curve will shift left side. When demand falls, then demand curve will shift to the left. Both price and quantity falls. When supply increases, the supply curve will shift to right side. When supply of the quantity increases, then the supply curve will shift to the right. price falls but quantity increases. And lastly, if the supply falls, then supply curve will shift left hand side. Any falls will decrease this curve left hand side. And price increases, quantity decreases. So with this, we'll conclude this lecture here. We have studied that the term of supply, which refers to the quantity of a good that sellers are willing to sell at various prices during a given period of time. We have also discussed the law of supply, shift in supply curve, determinant of supply curve, equilibrium, market equilibrium, where the demand and supply intersect each other, and their impact on prices. Thank you very much.